right, I'll just get started then. Okay, King. Very from a game plan perspective, at the highest level, or just at a high level, he plays around the threat of his throws. Nobody wants to get thrown. So what he's going to try and do is he's going to choose options that will counter you when you are afraid of him throwing you, right? That mix-up comes from a lot of different places, but for the most part, I mean, there's a reason why you see a lot of down forward wanting to throw. Not really a lot of down forward 2 because it's -6. But anytime he's plus, he's looking for a throw, or he's making you think he's looking for a throw. That's where it starts.
Okay.
Which is why most of his offense is going to start obviously at range 0 because King's biggest weakness is his range, right? Outside of range 2, he's mostly ineffective.
I tried to step block and I ate shit for that. I tried to dash block and I ate shit for that.
Slaggy, you mind hopping over to a different VC?
Yeah.
Thanks. Sorry, I keep getting distracted.
No, you're good.
All right. And basically, for the most part, what most of the high-level Kings are going to do are they're going to try and force scenarios in which you would have to choose between getting launched and getting thrown. Because he is really, really strong when it comes to, he used to be really strong when it comes to his Oki. Now his follow-ups and his mix-ups on stand-up are really strong. So King is going to do everything in his power to put you on the ground and make it absolutely impossible for you to stand up. Absolutely. And again, the throws are where that comes in, right? How many times have y'all seen me do stuff like this? All right, Miguel, walk towards me real quick. Here, combo finishes, wake up, throw. Right? If I do this, I'm going to stand right next to you, and I'm going to do it again. And from that, because most people are afraid of that, that's where options like this come in. Miguel, I want you to stand up and duck. The DDT, right? I also want you to, that's what this is for. Oh, not that. This option. I want you to duck on wake up. Okay. Because at best, I get a 24 damage into a knockdown into some more running Oki. Or if it counter hits and you try and do a get up kick, that's another combo for 90 damage. And at worst, stay down. No, I'm gonna knock you down. You stay down.
Yep.
Yeah. I get that if you stay down. 19 damage plus you stay knocked down, so I can go for something else, right? My goal is to keep you on the ground and make it impossible for you to stand up. That is the essence of King's game plan. If you can break throws. And if you can understand what your opponent wants to go for on wake up, so you can counter it, King is going to find it very, very difficult to inflict a lot of damage on you because his lows are really not that great. He has good lows. He's got this 4-4 neutral 2, but if you look at the frame data, it's an 18 frame startup move that does 17 damage. That's good, but it requires 2 forward inputs. His other lows, down forward 4, down 3, and the alley kick all do less than 15 damage. And for the most part, they're not plus at all, or they're exactly neutral on block, or King gives up his turn. This is the only good low King has, and it's the only good low you need to respect. There's not really much else King can do in terms of guaranteed, quote, 100% guaranteed damage, right? A lot of King's mixes, he does not have good lows. He's got one good low that is very linear and that can be stepped with good timing. And if you take that option away, he finds it incredibly difficult to open you up. Because the only thing he has left is stuff like this, down forward 1, which is -1, fantastic tool. Everyone knows his counter hit down forward 2, which is -6, right? It's not -3 or whatever. It's -6, which for the most part means that he can't really press much after. He can go for a power crush. but it's not really pressing after that is not very advisable. So you should understand that the most kings, when they start messing around in neutral and they start fishing for these, it's because they have gotten a read that you are going to press. If you don't press against the king, there's not much I can do about it. I can try and open you up, but the hardest time I have is fighting people who have good movement and good sidestep timing, who are able to sidestep or even correctly block the forward for neutral 2 and don't respect the other lows. And if you can add breaking throws on top of that, it is impossible for me to hurt you. And that's where, King will start to speed things up a little bit. And by saying speed things up, I don't mean like starting to press more buttons. That's possible too. I can just kind of look down for one if you choose not to press. I have my crouch dash mix up. I have other moves too, but what I mean by that is I'm going to start looking for stuff that's more plus, right? I'm going to start looking for this, the forward 4-2. It's super slow. It's +7 on hit, but I want you to try something for me, Miguel. I'm going to jab and then do 4-4-2. I want you to step in either direction, or sidewalk in either direction, okay?
Yep.
And you've got me in back turn. Now try the other way. You've got me in back turn, right? One floater that kings love to do is this into this. You did it automatically. Just with a sidestep, you get put in back turn, right? I get put in back turn. Yes, I can go for something like that, but I am not going to be, more than likely ready to do something there because I thought I was going to be +3 and I was going to go for another button. Yeah, the flow chart that you'll see a lot is this. Yeah, just stay in front of me real quick.
Yeah.
This into that, because this is +3 and this is a frame trap at that point, right? So that's why, for the most part, you see kings go for this down 4-2 after their +5 into down 4-2 is a killer, right? Because this is 13 frames. If you press, it's very easy for me to counter and confirm this. Even on jab, walk towards me real quick.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, down 4-1. I'm +8. I've got so much time. King is counting on you pressing. He is. And how he gets you to start pressing is kind of what really opens up his game plan. There's one more element when it comes to King, and that's obviously his armor. His ability to, as ATB says, completely bypass layer 2. And I'm not going to get into what layer 2 is right now because it's not really something that's going to be valuable for most people. But what that means is when Miguel starts to run his offense against me, for the most part, the only thing I need to look out is for the lows. I'm going to do something real quick, Miguel. I want you to try and grab me after I jab you.
Okay.
Like generic throw.
Yep.
Right? You see that? You know why that is? It's because King is the only character with air throws. I'm airborne like this.
And Armor King.
King and Armor King, I'm actually. Get your factory.
I'm the admin of this server, so I'm joking. But yeah. So for the most part, like, let's just say start running your offense, Miguel. Just start pressing buttons. Armor. Right, now I'm on offense again. Oh, I pressed the wrong stuff a lot of time.
Fucking mod, man.
Armor. Right? He has so many really, really good options when it comes to interrupt, like basically saying, screw your mix. I don't have to deal with your mix. I have options to counter everything. And if you try and counter my armor with a throw, if you try and throw me, you can do it once, and then I'm going to read you again. And I'm going to jag step and then throw you. Because you can't throw me when I'm in the air. Okay. That is what they're going to start going for. No, you're good. That is what they're going to start going for. Obviously, at that point, your counter comes from timing. It comes from spacing, because if you can backdash out of range, kings are kind of ineffective. But that's why the knockdown is so critical for King. It's because it allows him free space for him to come up and get in your face when you stand up, even if he chooses to do nothing. Any questions so far?
Not really, no.
No.
Okay. So I'm not going to go through his move list because it's 200 plus moves, and
Go for it. Do it.
I'm sure Sly would enjoy that. But that is the essence of his game plan. That's really what he's trying to go for. But the styles of King you're going to find are very different. Like, if you look at the way KOG plays King and the way I play King, you could not imagine two more different kinds of King players. KOG is very, very Oki focused. He trades damage in favor of getting Oki. Like, walk towards me real quick. We go. Oh, that's the wrong button. He'll do this. He'll let you get down, and then he'll go for this. Right? Or he'll go for his Jag Sprint mix on Wake Up. Or he'll do, well, actually, this is one that I found. Here, walk towards me again.
Oh.
Right, capital punishment to go over, and then the back turn counter hit 3. The donkey kick to get another combo, right? You can get those options. It is important to know that he has those, but it's a lot like those are gimmicks, and gimmicks can get people really far if opponents aren't ready for them. But you have to understand that the mix from here, like here, I'm gonna go into back. I can just go to back turn 1 second. The mix, look at how minus this is. I'm minus 13. This is not safe. And then you have this, which is the other option out of there, which is probably honestly the best option to go for because it puts both people on the ground unless you duck it. But to be honest with you, like this 20 damage from back turn, that's assuming you give him the time, right? If you're pressing, it's going to be a little bit more difficult for your opponent to be able to get that off.
I have a question.
Yeah, what's up?
Minus 13, but you are facing front or still back turn?
That's a good question. Here, we can find out. Oh.
Hold back, it's on you.
Yeah.
So you're front facing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to turn back around. Yeah.
So you have to do a long range 13 frame punish.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold.
All right. You can go over like basic defense too, just against King. Sidestep right block for the most part will beat all of his options, even his homing options. Because all of his homing options, he has one really fast button to track to his weak side. That's down 4-3. The problem is the down 4-3 is -9. So if I go for this and I block, I've given up my turn. His other homing options, forward 4, which can be floated, 18 frames. I get Lily floats me out of forward 4 literally at least 3 times a match. And it's just part of the kit that you have to kind of deal with it. You have he doesn't have any homing lows like Armor King. He also has while standing 2 and 4-4-1. All of those options on block, not great. -5, 20 frame startup. So he's already he's gotten in, but he's got some pushback and he's already at a frame disadvantage. While standing 2, 14 frames with -9 on block. He can delay the crap out of the follow up. But the follow-up is -12. And then, what's the other one? Forward 4. It's -9 on block, 18 frame startup, and you can be floated. His homing options are not scary. They're only scary if you press, and they're only scary if you do not sidestep block. That's the long and short of it, right? Like, if you just hold back, right, and don't really fall for anything, how much damage have I done? 0. I've done exactly 0 damage. because I haven't given you any incentive to interrupt me, and I haven't given you any incentive to duck. So therefore, my mix is completely irrelevant. And this is the case for most characters. Down 4-1-2 follow-up, it does break neutral guard, so you need to be holding back. And it's -10. His other punishable moves, back 1-2, people throw up, -13. Back 1, -10. Up 4, 3+4. These are all the armor. All of his armor moves are all of his armor attacks are punishable.
Actually,
Muscle armor 2.
Okay, fair.
No, muscle armor 2 is not armored. Muscle armor is armored, but the 2 follow-up is not.
Fair enough.
Which is why it's -9.
Should be
Yeah,
punishable.
No. Okay, Mister. Okay.
If it was armored Isaac, I would agree.
Yeah, okay.
But regardless, the reason why I haven't gone into moves specifically is because the moves are irrelevant. What he is trying to accomplish is much more relevant. This means he's gotten to read that you're either going to press or duck, or step. Press, step, or duck. This means he thinks you're going to step. If the throws come out, that means that the king is either rather reckless or he's very confident that you're not going to do anything. He's established enough risks for you as the opponent to where he feels comfortable going for a throw. And that's where the throw mix becomes so powerful, right? Because even from standing, the animation does look very slightly different between... Oh, that's the wrong one. Like with Giant Swing, he comes forward more, versus Muscle Buster, he just kind of stays in one place. But the difference in the animation is so difficult to see that it's not worth trying to identify it. Like, it's just a mix. It is.
Oh, your audio?
Am I still here? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're still here.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Where did I cut out?
No,
you
you like,
you did. You're good. There's just like a...
you're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
What else? His crouch dash mix, obviously he has his crouch dash throws. You can look up the breaks yourselves, but most of them are going to be 1+2. Just save yourself the trouble, break 1+2.
Whoa. Let's talk about the science. Come on.
What
Speaker.
science?
The science behind breaking it. The moment...
There's no science.
There is science. There is. The moment...
What,
you
just
show
mash key charge?
No. Behind breaking it, not behind doing it. The moment you show the king that you know how to break his most damaging options, you control what he can do. You control his path.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Sure, you're gonna take damage, but you're controlling his path, making sure he's not doing his most damaging options. Now,
That doesn't maybe, but to me at least, that doesn't bother me. If you break RDC, I'm like, okay, cool, great. If you break Kingsbridge, that's fine. I can still get 55 damage off on you into Oki. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
And it doesn't deter me from going for more. Like, I'm gonna go for it again, especially off of walk towards me real quick, Miguel.
Yeah.
Like, because I'm plus 35 here, I usually go for the crouch dash mix, right? This is honestly the most common situation where playing with the threat of his throws comes in, right? Because walk towards me again.
Yep.
Like, what do most people want to do here as I run towards that? That's what happens, right? People will duck, or if I crouch dash towards you, people are gonna duck. Which is where this comes in, which is where this comes in, which is where this comes in if you're playing super safe. If you're running, this is where the knee comes in. If I know my opponent wants to try and sidestep the knee, that's where this comes in. Right? All of these options exist purely to get you to stand there and do nothing. Because then I can throw you. How you choose to deal with it is up to you, but my job is to tell you what they're going for, and the response to every king is going to be different but the same logic still applies. You can't sidestep out of here. You can't. No, you after this hits. Yeah. Walk. Yeah.
Yep.
You're minus 35. It's very difficult to step out of there. The whole point of the heat engage is that you do have to eat a mix, but you cannot let them get too comfortable with throwing you. Obviously, in that situation, that's one of those environments where it is a forced mix and you have to make a decision. But a lot of situations are fake. This is entirely fake, especially outside of heat. It's like you can think of it the same way as like Anna's bazooka shots in heat versus outside of heat. This is not scary in outside of heat. You can just jab me out of this. Or just throw me. You can't even break it.
No, you can't.
Maybe I can't. No, I can't break it.
Yeah, only heat.
In heat, you can just throw them. But obviously, there's counterplay to that. I can, from range, just throw that out. But for the most part, this should not scare you. It should be a very, very simple counterplay to this. And as long as you understand that it's not really something to be worried about, it's going to be easier to deal with. But if you were like this just plays with the threat of what can happen, right? Obviously, the powered up state is a little bit different. That's where you get counter hit launchers involved. But even from here, that does nothing. That's the only move that's plus out of there. That's -9. That I'm pretty sure can be floated if you block it. A lot of characters can. I don't know if Jin can.
I know how to. Oh, I'm doing one. Yeah, I gotta do something. But yeah, it is possible.
There is counterplay to that, right?
Yeah.
And honestly, if they do go for an attack, you're better off really just eating it, unless you know they're going to go for the low, because like it knocks both of you down. You know, like it's 0, and you guys get to both get up. The mix is over. You're now reset back to neutral. I think my internet has died. Nope, there it is.
You're good.
No,
There it is. All right, cool. Okay. I don't really know of anything else to go over outside of like very specific situations, like what his Oki options are. But every king is going to play it differently, and the counterplay is going to be very like, kind of varied on that. He doesn't have a ton of stances. I mean, obviously, like I can go over the throws, right? Obviously, giant swing, 1 break, shining wizard, 1+2 break, muscle buster, 1+2 break, tombstone, 2 break, T1 twister, 2 break. Those are the main throws you'll see. There's other ones. Oh, right, chain throws. You can break the initial chain throw. It's just a guess, 1 or 2. I believe the animation looks identical. I could be wrong on that. I think there might be a very small window where you see if he goes for, or if he like holds your arm, or if he like drops down to grab your leg. Like that's where he's grabbed the arm, and then
It's possible. It's possible. It's just very small. Like you have to. It's very precise.
It's a tiny window. It's not worth labbing, to be honest with you. Just guess, and then afterwards, if you're not sure what they're going to go for, just hold 1+2. KOG, did I miss anything? I don't know if he's listening.
He is there.
Yeah, I can add some stuff.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so the traditional perspective against King, as long as he's been a character, is he has weak lows. His older forms, he had like down forward 4. He had alley kick. Down back 3 is, I think, kind of new. Forward neutral 2 is new. And so he had these weaker lows that made it to where his lows were his throws. And so the fundamental like object of trying to make your opponent duck, he had to accomplish with his throws. And so King would get weaker as your throw breaking got better. But now King is like undisputably one of the strongest characters in the game. And it's because he has good lows to layer with his throws. So forward, neutral 2 is like, without argument, one of the best lows in the game. It does really decent damage. It's unreactable, and it has pretty good counter hit properties, like just shy of being a launcher, right? And so what you need to do is you need to know how to break a throw to play against this character like properly. And even when you do know how to break a throw, you have to be able to identify the mix between his normal 1+2 throws and his giant swing. So his entire hit is already based off of this like unreactable throw mix that you do just have to guess around, because every other character at the highest level, you're probably not getting hit by a bunch of throws, because most players are really good and they're breaking them all. But King puts them into a 50-50, or even if they're guessing right, or even if they're reacting perfectly, they still have to guess right. And that's where that's like what his design philosophy is even if they're reacting to the throw properly, you still have to guess correctly. And that's how he gets damage off of throws where other people won't. Where like every other character in the game, barring Armor King, is if you're getting thrown, it's because your reactions were wrong. Against King, if you're getting thrown, your reactions were maybe still good, but you guessed wrong. And that's like what makes him unique. So being able to break throws and only limiting him to giant swing and a 1+2 throw is super important. So making sure that you're not eating any 2 throws, very important to his counterplay. And then the better you are at that, the weaker his mids become, because you don't have to duck as much, and you just have to play around the move forward, neutral 2. Beyond forward, neutral 2, his lows become either reactable or pretty weak. So I would probably just want to be on that. Go over his like generic punishment so probably just go over his like his my turn, your turn moves. So like when is it their turn? And you can just go over like the Tekken fundamental ones. So like down forward 1 is technically your turn. While standing 4, what those moves look like, so that people can like get a visual for that. And just know that like at those points, those are like the back to neutral turns, or back to neutral moves. And then he gives up his turn just like most other characters. He doesn't have like a standing, like a glaring weakness like he has in the past with the weak lows. Now he has a strong low. But just making sure that you're not getting caught in frame traps is the key. So like if you had to say where King's like good range is, it's certainly up close, right? And so your goal, kind of like how against Brian you want to be close, against King you want to be at this like out of throw range and play him very cash out. So you don't want to do a lot of frame traps and mix on mix. Not saying you don't want to do any, but you really want to have in your head that your mental should be, I want to cash out soon and reset to where I have the advantage, unless you play like a character who also plays in that close range. Then play it how you want. But if you have the tools like Jin to play good keep out with things like Demon Paw, or things like long range moves like 3-2 or whatever.
What's that counter hit? Take out move. Yeah, that one. Forward 4.
Yeah, forward 4. Yeah, so these moves are key to preventing King from entering his like. Have you guys seen that new Speed Kicks video about chaos range and ranges and stuff? Yeah, so King's one of those characters that's really important for him, because his lows are not super strong, even still, like he doesn't have like that counter hit launching low that you would be afraid of against other characters, but his throws are still those moves for him, where once you get into the like you'll I don't know if other people do this, but like I even find a lot of success with King playing keep out with like whiff giant swing, you know, and it's because it's just so scary, you know. You don't want to be caught by something like this, you know, because even if you're sharp, like it's always still a 50-50, you know. You whiff giant swing a couple times and then you just do up forward 1+2 or something cheap. So the key here is taking your turn when it's your turn. You should be deathly afraid of down forward 2. It's one of the best counter hit tools in the game, and you need to make sure that your back is not to the wall and you're resetting to neutral as much as possible, and playing the keep out game against him. His approach is not strong. His only good approach tools are like everybody else can do. Like the only thing that's unique to him as far as his good approach tools are forward neutral 2, and that's probably
wave
it.
dash, but yeah, that's really it. His other approach tools like forward 1 or minus on block. It's not really something to worry about. If you respect the wave dash mix, and if you just let him run in, he can cause a lot of problems for you. But with good keep out, like it really is difficult for me or for any King player to get in, right? Because going back to that same Chaos Zone thing, I need to be here to do anything, right? Inside of this, even at this range, I'm pretty much ineffective. There's not much I can do outside of something like that. That's a high. And even this has like some decent pushback. You really have to do everything within your power to make sure that your opponent can't get inside your guard where they're effective. Because King is not a ranged character. He never has been. He never will be. By playing really, really good keep out, like Lee, I really struggle against Lee because Lee has some of the best keep out in the game. It's difficult for me to get in. Jins that just kind of spam that forward 4, trying to catch my forward 4 neutral 2, it's really difficult, right? And if you can play good keep out, if you can kind of keep him at arm's length and don't let him get both in your face, and you also don't really let him knock you down, he becomes a lot less scary because he can't really touch you.
Beyond that, I would say that making sure you're playing solid in your punishment is key, because King's often -12, so making sure that you're punishing him for that when you can is important. So that, along with his mid highs that you need to duck and launch, are key. And then just preventing him from throwing you is super important, because King is supposed to be, like, historically, he's always been like a pretty traditional grappler where like he can't really make you duck unless he throws. But now that he has forward neutral 2, you just have to make sure that you punish that when you do block it, because that move is good, right? And that move is scary at the wall. Like, you're not going to get blown up for it at the wall, but you will take that, whatever it is, like 50 damage or 55 damage or something. Just be deathly afraid of down forward 2. And if he's not, like, the way that you're winning against King is he's not getting a lot of counter hit down forward 2s, and he's not getting a lot of throws. Like, if you can go like a round without getting thrown twice, like where you're only in a spot where you have to break a throw once, or then that's a successful round against King. And the way you do that is by ducking those throws, breaking those throws, and keeping him out of throw range. he's not really the kind of character where you don't want to tech. Teching is normally pretty good against him. He has some pretty important reactions that you have to sharpen up on, specifically like the Jaguar sprint throw. You don't want to get hit by. So you should practice that reaction. That one is what I would call like reactable 22 and up is what I would expect most people to be able to do. And then, yeah, so 22 and up, I would expect most people to be able to react to. And if you're feeling like you're like the technical guy who really wants to react to everything, you can technically react to the low. I've never been able to do it super consistently, but if you're that guy, then go ahead. The Jaguar run 4. Yeah, so that one's 20, but it's kind of like fake 20 because he has an audio cue.
Doesn't he have another?
You guys kind of hear like the second growl.
For the mid.
He doesn't growl for the mid or the high.
Ah, it's on. Okay, so it's only the low.
Yeah, so he'll do that second growl, and if you hear that second growl, you just duck every time, and you'll duck to low. It's pretty tough to do. I wouldn't, like, me personally, I wouldn't lab it. I haven't labbed it much, but like I labbed it once to see if it was like useful, and it probably is at like the highest level. But if you're like that technical guy who likes to counterplay people like that, feel free to lab that. And it is a consistent lab. Like it is a consistent duck that you can get if you're sharp. And then I would just go over his mid high options that if you guess right, make sure that you're punishing him for it. So like down forward 2-1, make sure you're punishing that. And then forward 2-1, you want to duck punish that. And then if he does like the forward 2 down 1, if he does like the forward 2 down 1, then you get your while standing 13 frame punish.
But you do have to be a little bit careful with that one because he can finish it. If you try and go too early, he can delay the crap out of it too.
Be the delayable.
Yeah, it's like pseudo Rekka. Like if he just does the first 2, like you get your 13 frame punish, and it is worth it, right? Because it depends on the player, obviously. Like get your read, but I wouldn't let that slide. You know, like if somebody's doing 4-2 down 1, I would go for like the while standing 4. Or if you want to cash out all the way, your 13 frame while standing option. And then
it's also hit confirmable. So
yeah, if the second hit hits, I can hit confirm and launch on the third hit. Because that's the mix if you try and duck the second hit, right? Versus that. Oh.
Also, a lot of king players will do just forward 2 into a grab mix.
Which is entirely fake, because I'm pretty sure
stuff,
forward 2 is minus 11.
Like, that kind of stuff is just like, that kind of stuff isn't really king specific, it's more like just Tekken stuff. Like some people just do -9 stuff and then play still because they got mental frames. Just don't, and the thing is, like, King deserves those mental frames. Like you should be afraid of him. King has like 11 or 10 frame mids that counter hit heat engage. You know, it's like it is scary to play against him at that range. And so those mental frames do exist, and that's why I see it. That's why like I want you guys to duck launch down forward 2-1, but like down forward 2 into down forward 2 is used at a high level, even though it's -6, because that 1 getting ripped is terrifying. Like they will do that because you will like flash duck every time, and if you're not flash ducking and you're trying to punish it, like over the long run, that's going to give you like a losing win rate against King. Like you will eventually learn to respect the rip of the second hit there, and that move should basically just be +1. Like it is just that scary. Like that move's effectively +1, you know? Yeah, just make sure that, I think that most of you guys probably know like the block frames against King for most of his stuff. And the real key is obviously just labbing your throw breaks and making sure that you're thinking like labbing at throw breaks and then like the mentality stuff. It can differ from like player to player, but just making sure that you're keeping in the mental stack where giant swing would be like the better move besides like beside other throws. So like if king has his back to the wall, he's probably gonna giant swing versus something else, right? And yeah, that's kind of all I can think of, unless you guys have like questions for a speaker or something.
No one has a question, huh?
Does he have like cheesy stuff? I'm trying to like I'm thinking like Frankensteiner. Like you guys should know to duck Frankensteiner on reaction.
I guess the only cheesy stuff is just 3-2-2 at the wall.
Not cheesy.
Down 4-3-4.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So like you should duck Frankensteiner. If you see him do a front flip, just duck and it'll block it.
One other thing. 1+2. Please break it.
Yeah, that just goes into what we were saying where you're breaking throws. Those moves, because he is a grappler. Like if you can't break throws, you will lose to this character. Like, you need to. That's why he's like the most hated character in Tekken history. Like for people who play it, in every single Tekken game. I don't know how long you guys have been playing, but like in every single Tekken game, there's always the conversation like, is King broken? And since up until this game, the answer's always been no. But he always feels broken at like a mid-level when you're like a mid-level player, because his throws are so annoying. Like it's the same story as every grappler in every fighting game ever. If you want to advance to the next level, you have to stop losing to King players who are like living off of the throw game plan.
The gimmicks from the throws, I feel like a lot more like nowadays, at least when I was on my alt and ran into other King players on the way up, it was much less about the throws and so much more about the gimmicks, like this mix. Oh, hold on. That like using this evasive sidestep was one. The alley kicks are one. Like this is all gimmick shit. Like none of this stuff should scare you, especially this one. This is -24. Everyone has a launcher for this.
Yeah. Maybe go over why they're all gimmicks too. Like you guys know you can launch alley kick.
Alley kick was launch on block.
Alley kick. And so like watch like do like 3 alley kicks, and then Miguel, you can hop kick the in between the second and third one. All right. Oh. So like if you block one, once you block one, you can hop kick out, and you only lose to the 2 there, I think. Yeah. So just don't lose to cheese like that. And then it's launch on block 2. So as soon as you block one, just hop kick every time. And if you get floated by the 2, then that's no big deal. But make sure you're launching that. I would say like 1+2, 1+2, 1, and 1+2, 3. I would never try to duck the 3. Because they're only ever going to do that at the wall, and it's really not worth the wall splat if you block. It's really not worth the wall splat because he's only he's -3 there if you block it. So he basically just did a down forward 1. There's no like fear there. It'd be different if it were plus, like then it'd be worth blocking. But I would never risk getting wall splat by something that big for that duck, So I would never try to duck that move. And then, it's so easy to visually identify that they aren't finishing the string and doing a down forward 1 to beat every option. Then, just make sure that you're punishing like his full crouch down forward 2. That one kind of comes out a lot at mid-level. 14, -14. A lot of characters get like a big punish there, like right before launch, and some characters even get launch. So making sure that you're punishing him for that. And then, Yeah, I would pretty much always try to stay away from a wall against king. Like here, Miguel, I would be sidestepping right the entire time. I would be sidestepping right here the entire time and just trying to shimmy your way off the wall and just eat every low and try to get out of the wall pressure scenario and reset. Probably go for something like a forward 4 after he does something crazy and reset. You know.
Yeah, and then you can try and grab that.
Yeah, and just once you feel comfortable keeping him at range, it'll kind of fall into place. It'll feel a lot more comfortable, and you'll feel a lot like you're finding yourself winning those king matchups more. The other gimmicky stuff I would say is knowing probably like the aerial crouch throw options he has, and breaking those
Aerial
correctly.
crouch throw?
Yeah, for like wall flaps and stuff. What's up?
No, what
Yeah,
makes
yeah,
you talking about?
Yeah,
What do
so
you mean
like
by
hop
aerial
kick and then do that crouch throw, and then he has 2 options there.
Oh,
He's talking about flapjack. Like
Yeah,
the flapjack.
yeah, flapjack and giant swing.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You have the pancake, and then you have the giant swing, and so if you
Miguel, walk towards me.
know like,
Oh yeah.
Now back.
And do it later. This is the giant swing.
yeah, so this wall comes up a lot in like big combos that end in like a wall blast. That people will do this, and so knowing how to break that is important. And then I would say like the only other like fundamental thing that I would caution you toward is just I would probably say more often for king specifically, more often than not, you want to delay your wake ups to not fall into like another mix because his Oki's pretty good. So you probably want to stay grounded more than get up immediately, right?
I mean, he's grounded.
A lot of his throws give him really good Oki. Even after like do aerial Shining Wizard, and then you try to wake up kick Miguel, and then Speaker if you do down forward 4-3 to show the pickup.
Yeah. Oh, I'll try again.
And then get up to
Yeah, so if you kip up or if you toe kick, you'll actually get picked up here.
spamming it. Oh,
Yeah, do the toe kick, not the low kick, like the down 3.
Oh yeah, there you
Oh.
go. Okay.
Yeah, and so that's a classic king thing that's been around since like Tekken 6. But in Tekken 6, if you didn't tech at all, if you didn't tech at all and you just stayed grounded, or if you tried to back roll even, if you tried to back roll actually, if you tried to back roll, you'd get picked up there. Like that used to be stupid, but like you still don't want to, like you still have to be really careful when he's close to you, and that's just like the general rule. Like Oki or neutral or small Tekken or whatever, you want to force him to approach. And again, like just to kind of cement that point, you don't really want to approach him either. He's really good. He's like one of the best characters when you're already close. He's pretty good at keep out, and his only real fault is like his ability to get in is less than perfect, you know, because he does have those good options.
One other thing, and this is something that ATV was talking to me about, is another situation you don't want to find yourself in against a king. You always want to have the life lead against a king, always, because if king has the life lead, king, a lot of his options do start to open up more. He can take more risks, right? I'm less afraid of going for a throw or going for armor if I have a life lead. That's where his armor is most effective at, really. Like, because you need life to be able to use armor. So your game plan, at least from the outset, should be to Let's play keep out. Let's try and chip away at his health. Let's get a life lead. Let's try and keep it, and let's just try and keep him away from the range where he is able to effectively, mix you or damage you in any way. Right. That should be your main game plan. That's the only thing I wanted to say, KOG. If there's something else.
Yeah, I think just so we're not missing anything, like 1-2-1, right? So if they're doing 1-2-1, and you get counter hit by that third hit, he's +10. He gets free jabs after that. If they're abusing 1-2-1 and you see a bunch of 1-2-1, you can sidestep this left and hop kick.
Oh, one more thing. If they tried to do like the 10-hit comp, like 1-2-1-2, that's launch punishable. Like on block.
Yeah, that's most 10 hits. You should be able to side. Maybe I'm saying left and it's supposed to be right. I could be getting screwed up here, but you should be able to sidestep this.
Yes, right.
Yeah. There it is. Yeah, so it was right. So, yeah, so you sidestep this right. Don't listen to earlier me. I was an idiot. And then you have to take this every time if they're abusing it. It is a pretty good tool if he's being smart about placing 1-2 and then like moving and playing more after 1-2. If you try to challenge the 1-2 sidestep with like a homing move, 1-2-1 will catch you. So it's definitely not a weak move. I'm just trying to tell you there is some counterplay here. The idea is that King is just really strong up close. He has a really solid sidestep. He has like a top half of the cast sidestep. He's like the perfect strike throw character if you play 2D fighters. Like his strikes are perfect, his throws are perfect. The object is really just trying to look for. You really just have to play solid against King. There's no spot where it's like the King has to be bad, right? And that's kind of how it is for like all of the top 10 characters. Like they just have to be. You have to be better than they are. Look for that forward one, and look for like forward one, and then take your turn, and then back out. You know, look for like those grab opportunities, like after forward neutral 2, and like try to sidestep after forward neutral 2 or something. You know, and if you do this, oh yeah, you can't even sidestep that. Disregard. So yeah, it's just a good move. You know, you kind of just have to eat the mix after. What is it, +5?
Yeah, +5.
Yeah.
I think one of the only throws you can't sidestep is the giant swing. Any other throws you can probably sidestep, right?
You should be able to sidestep, right? Yeah. Anything that's like Muscle Buster, you can. I think Twister, you can. I think Tombstone, you can. It's just the timing is like, really tight.
But the moment like you deal +5, the King giant swing will almost always hit you. So if
that was giant swing, he stepped giant swing.
Oh, he stepped giant swing?
Yeah.
Did you do it like without delay? That's insane.
No.
Did they fix it?
Yeah. Okay, so maybe you can step it.
You have to step right.
That's weird.
Yeah, and honestly, even that's not a perfect plan. Like, again, there's King has options for all of this stuff, and you just have to play solid. Like, if he does, the first thing that comes to mind is like, even if you do like generic throw, right? I guess left, I would talk about his plus frame moves that he gets like forward neutral 2 is like his key plus frame move. But he has some other kind of dumb ones. He has chest bump, which is basically just down forward 1 frames. You're still totally in a position to sidestep whatever he wants to do. Besides like barring like homing moves. Forward 2 is strong. That's very plus. It's like +7. Yeah.
+7.
Up 1 +2 is plus slightly. Up 1 +2 is kind of cheesy. The trick is like he wants to go for down forward 2 here, but if you just while standing 4 every time, you'll trade with him and he can't counter hit launch it for that. So like he can like step here and beat your while standing 4, or he can down forward 2 and trade you. You're probably normally better like challenging with while standing 4 if you got a read on the down forward 2, and then if he sidestep launches you, then like that was your bad. Don't do while standing moves when he's sidestepping. I don't know. You have other options there. It just kind of turns into like a while standing down forward 1 situation with those plus or minus 2 frames. The other plus frame moves he has is like back 2 1+2. You don't really see people using back 2 as much as they used to in like Tekken 7 and Tekken Tag, but back 2 does come up. 2 is not bad. You can sidestep most of the options. I think you can sidestep right. Don't listen to me on like right or left. I obviously don't know, but you should be able to sidestep most options except for the high. I think, except for the 2-1. So like I think 2-4 you can sidestep. I think 2-1+2 you can sidestep.
Yep. Or just duck it. You can duck both.
Do the back 2-4.
Oh yeah, that one you can't duck. You have to step.
I think back 2-4 you can sidestep.
Nope.
Try it, hold on.
No.
Try it again? Not that way. I'm doing it late.
Yeah, no.
No, there you go.
Yep, I was just doing it late.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so you should be able to sidestep like the 2 important ones, which are the headbutt and the kick. The headbutt is the +1, and the kick is the you ducked the +1 option for him. The back 2-1 it's not as much reward as the other one. He would rather keep you close. Like, and that's why you see like Kings don't really punish -14 with back 2-1. They like to punish -14 with back 1-2. And that's because King would rather you be in that back 1-2 on hit range more than he wants the extra 10 damage off of the back 2-1. Because the back 2-1 gives like far away reset to neutral type OG situation.
It does wall splat, which is the one situation
Yeah.
that would go for it. Back to 1 does wall splat. That's the one situation I would go for it. But again, it's pretty. It goes back to like don't find yourself against the wall again with your back to the wall against King. Walk towards me real quick.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go reset and like do the R3. Remember that Oki situation on the 3-2-2 charge, and let's kind of talk about that. His options there. Yeah, the wall splat 3-2-2, and do like a. I would just like record the 2 charge, and we'll talk about his options. On hit on wall splat, so you can talk about the 3-2-2 wall splat.
Oh, okay, I got you. Walk towards me real quick.
Yep.
Okay, if it would do the fucking thing.
Yep. Yeah, so here, King has a lot of options here. I'll do like instant kip up, like hold forward on the 3-2-2, and that catches people doing the 4 a lot.
Wait, which one is it?
If you hold forward from the beginning, you'll do it like an instant kip up.
There you go.
Yeah, and that will beat most. It'll beat the 4. I don't know if it beats anything else, but normally they'll go for the 4, and this will catch if they do like any kind of delay. And so oftentimes they will do a delay because they're looking for, are you going to stay down or get up? You know. So I don't know why this works for me. I probably couldn't give you a better explanation of why, but I'll do that like hold forward option, and it'll catch them doing the 4 pretty often, or anything else. If they do any kind of delay to see if you get up or stay down, that wake up kip up will beat their option, barring them
As
being
long
in
as they're
heat.
not in heat. Yeah, I was gonna say outside of heat.
I do that a lot. It works for me. Yeah, I don't know what else to talk about. Do you guys have any questions?
I mean, I think I'm good, honestly.
Yeah, his kick pretty straightforward. His counterplay is pretty straightforward. It's just the execution of the counterplay is where it gets a little difficult.
Yeah, but still though, it is definitely there.
Yeah, I think that's about all I wanted to cover because I don't think there's a lot of value in going over like specific moves.
Okay.
I think just being able to counter his game plan in general. Just please, for the love of God, sidestep right block. It'll beat most of. It'll beat pretty much everything except for down forward 3. And you can eat down forward 3 all day long. You will be fine. Trust me. It doesn't do enough damage for it to be something to worry about.
Yep.
Yeah, just remember you're not crazy. Like, King feels like you're fighting a boss character because you kind of are. Like, he is one of those top 10 characters. He has like he has one of the best down forward ones in the game. You know, like he's built to be like a mid-high character that wants to be in your face. Like that's his job, is to stay in your face. And if you're trying to box with this guy, like you will lose unless you're like Steve. Like I would say like the characters that can kind of stay in that close range against King comfortably, there's not a lot. It's like Steve, Nina, Anna, and
Audio.
Yeah, honestly, I can't.
I would
think
say
that range for King.
Leroy makes a
maybe
point
like
of staying
Claudio,
pretty close.
Spark, but beyond Claudio with Spark, like probably not many other characters.
Yeah, Fang maybe, to an extent.
Even Fang, I find myself wanting to play more keep out because Fang probably goes like on par as far as like his ability to play small Tekken, and then King just gets more reward. Where King gets a counter hit launch, Fang gets plus like 30, like not his like unique knockdown thing where you like fall on your butt. Fang gets that, and King gets a hit launch, and it's just not really. It's kind of the same idea where like you just want to back out and reset and keep him out.
Yeah, agreed.
Everybody beat up Speaker with that knowledge.
I mean, that's why I do this, man. Now there's no excuse for anyone to lose to me.
Fair enough.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
If that's it, then I'm gonna call it there. I think
Hold on.
we've gone over the important
Can I test
stuff.
one more thing?
Absolutely.
Could you do the back
Do one
kick?
test.
Like the backturn kick? Yeah. I just want to see what I could actually punish it with before you like. Yeah. Could you like try to like block after it? I just want to see what I could actually punish it with.
Yeah.
No. Like
That's the wrong one.
Yeah, you're good. I can't do that.
Again, wrong one.
No, okay, so I actually have to go for it. Okay. Yeah, so I have to. Okay.
Isn't your down forward one? Yeah.
Yeah. No, I was just checking because I didn't know if he actually got to front turn in time. So that's fine. All right. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
We're gonna try to keep doing this again. We're gonna try to keep doing these more consistently. We were doing them like pretty good in the beginning, and then we fell away from them. Who do you guys want to see next week, or just next? I don't know if I can guarantee next week, but who do you guys want to see next?
I think that's a good question. Honestly, I'd like to see you go.
We're the
over
problem
Fang.
characters.
I'd like to just see KOG go over Fang.
We have a Fang breakdown.
We already did that?
Me,
Okay.
it's on my YouTube. I can shoot you the video. We can do it again too, but I did
I would probably
save it to my
prefer to
YouTube channel. I can shoot.
I did not like how that one went down.
That's fine. In the meantime, though,
Yeah,
I
we can
will
do a
send you that video, Miguel.
Oh wait, what happened? Somebody said something. They cut out.
Oh, KOG was saying that he didn't like the way that it came out last time. He wants to do it again. So, but in the meantime, I'll send you the link anyways.
Okay.
I'll put it in the. Guess Second tapes? No, I'll put in matchup events.
I mean, I offered a while back to do one on Leroy if you guys wanted to.
I could also attempt attempt a Gen 1.
Yeah, I mean, we can do Jin. I want to go over the characters that people have the most issues with. Leroy's definitely on that list. Nina is on that list. Anna's on that list. Who else? Let me look at the character selection screen.